Hello, I'm Sarah, and I'm sort of using this site for voice training, which is why I'm recording monologues all the time. I think that monologues are an interesting way of doing voice training because it sort of explores a variety of different feelings, and my voice can be all over the place. Like, it sounds like this some of the time. If I'm really tired, it can sound sort of like this, which I don't like. It can sound kind of nasally sometimes when I'm being like direct and forward, and it can sound sort of like this. So a lot of those I'm trying to become sort of like more of a single person in my voice. So just trying to read monologues and get it to sound different emotions, but like the same person is like pretty important. I'm only like a year and a half into transition, so things are still a little bit in flux. Anyways, I'm going to read a monologue from Annette, God of Carnage by Yasmina Reza. Well, if you ask me, everyone's feeling fine. If you ask me, everyone's feeling better. Everyone's much calmer, don't you think? Men are so wedded to their gadgets. It belittles them. It takes away all their authority. A man needs to keep his hands free. If you ask me, even an attaché case is enough to put me off. There was a man once I found very attractive. Then I saw him with a square shoulder bag, a man's shoulder bag, but that was it. There's nothing worse than a shoulder bag, though there's also nothing worse than a cell phone. A man ought to give the impression that he's alone. If you ask me, I mean that he's capable of being alone. I also have a John Wayne-ish idea of virility. And what was it he had? A Colt 45, a device for creating a vacuum. A man who can't give the impression that he's a loner, has no texture. So, Michael, are you happy? Is it somewhat fractured or little? What was it you said? I've forgotten the word. But in the end, everyone's feeling more or less all right. If you ask me,